So I filmed this how-to video before the eBay leak of their standard envelope. So technically there's more ways to ship Pokemon cards, but the standard envelope's not out yet. And according to the article on WBKUltra.com, it's for trading cards less than $20. So technically this is a tutorial for shipping cards over $20. Thank you.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to ship a Pokemon card. So if you're ready to learn how to get this Hitmonlee onto its next owner, please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And a big thanks to Ethan over at Vigicade Vintage on Instagram for walking me through how to do this step-by-step, because I'm not specifically a cards guy, but I'm learning about how to do it, and I'm more than happy to share it with everyone else out there. So with that being said, let's get into the tutorial. Before we actually pack the card, I do want to make a disclaimer. This is for a card that you sold. Preferably it's sold on eBay because that's what you're going to see my screen share on, but I will give you an alternative to eBay at the end of the video. And if you want to skip straight to that, you can go in the description and look at the timestamp and go to that part of the video. This card only sold for $50. So this isn't a gigantic sale, and it's not a super cheap sale either. This is the technique kind of used for decent card sales. So if something sold for thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, I would make adjustments to this method. If it was in the tens or hundreds of thousands of dollar range, I would just fly to that person's state, hand deliver the card, and do it that way. But this is how to ship a card that's in the tens to hundreds of dollars range. So first thing you're gonna need is your card. It should have been in a penny sleeve to begin with, but if for some reason it wasn't, put it in one now. And now that card in the penny sleeve goes into a top loader. And then you put it all the way to the bottom. Some people put it in upside down, so there's no chance of the card coming out. That is completely up to you. And they do make other things for holding cards that aren't just like this plastic top loader. Those are okay as well. Now that it's in a top loader, you're gonna wanna put it in a bag. Fold the bag to make it tight. Then you would put some tape or a sticker right here to hold that down. That way, the card shakes, it cannot come out of the top loader. You do not want to put tape on here because if the card pushes out, touches the tape, it could damage the card. So that's what the bag is for. I'm gonna actually use this bag. This was just an example, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it with this type of bag. I just fold it where the top loader ends, fold it over, and then I can use this little bit of adhesive to fold it down like that. It's secure enough in that bag to where it will not move. You can use a bag like this in the same fashion. I just have a bunch of these, so I'm trying to use them up. Now that it's in a bag, you can put it straight into the bubble mailer. A lot of people do it like that. Some people like to bubble mailer the card and then bubble mailer the card again. That is perfectly fine. Some people like to put the card in between some cardboard and then bubble mailer. That's perfectly fine. Some people like to put the card in cardboard and then in a box. That's perfectly fine as well. But this card didn't sell for a lot. If it was in the hundreds of dollars range, I probably would box it. Since it only sold for $50, I'll put it in this bubble mailer, and I'm then gonna fold this over, put a little thank you sticker on it so it holds it together, and then put that into this bubble mailer and seal it and get it ready to go. Now I'm gonna weigh the package. This is less than 2 ounces as I have it packaged. It is 1.4 ounces. So if you don't have a scale at your house and you're shipping a single Pokemon card in this fashion, you could pick 2 ounces if you did something very, very similar to me. Shipping multiple cards, you can stack them and then put them in a bag, or put them in a team bag and then put them in a box or a padded mailer. It just depends on what you're gonna be shipping. Now that we have the package ready to go, we're going to go on our phone, go to the eBay app, and ship the package. Okay, so here we are on eBay. You can see my listing. It sold for $49 plus $4 shipping. I have 12 pictures of the card, a lot of them out of the top loader, with just a white background. I got a picture of the hollow at an angle out of the penny sleeve, and then just pictures of all the corners close up. All 12 pictures. I think that's what helps these cards sell, when you take very, very good pictures of them. And then I put on promoted listings for $59, and I sent them an offer for $49. They took it. which I think is more than what this card is worth at the moment, but that's just how it works. So we're gonna go to create shipping label. We're gonna hit that. Our package is not 3 ounces. Our package is 2 ounces. And the length, the width, and the height aren't really going to matter because we're gonna be shipping this first class, and that goes by weight, not by size. It's $3.43 to ship it. Gonna wanna make sure that it says first class here. You're gonna wanna make sure that your weight has been entered correctly, and it should be between $2 and $5 to ship. Now we're going to hit purchase shipping label. Okay. I'm gonna hit print. You can do this on a computer. It's very, very similar. I'm going to send that label to my printer. Most people have a regular ink or a laser printer. Most people have a ink or a laser printer. You'll print it on a regular piece of paper and tape it on. That's perfectly fine. Over here, we have a really, really nice thermal printer. So that's what I'm using. We're gonna take that thermal label and we're going to put it right over this label because we're just recycling this envelope anyways. You can use a recycled Amazon envelope. You can use any recycled package. It's perfectly fine. And you're going to tape on your label if you don't have a thermal printer, which most people don't. So don't be discouraged there. And before we go, I'm gonna show you one more method how to do this, and that's via Pirate Ship, and we're gonna have to go back on the phone for that. So Pirate Ship is a service that you can use to buy shipping and get good rates and not have to go to the post office. You can print it off at home. You make a free account on pirateship.com, then you fund that account with a debit card or a credit card, and then you would go here to create your single label, put in all that information on where it's going. You're gonna have your ship from address right there, and then you would go here. It's probably going to be an envelope, length times width. You'd put your ounces in, get rates, you'll buy the shipping, you'll print the shipping, and then you can get the Pokemon card on its way. That's maybe if you sold it on Instagram or you sold it to somebody on a forum or a chat room or something. And that's how you would ship the card, not through the eBay app. You would be using Pirate Ship. I do have a video about Pirate Ship. I will put a link to that in the corner. It shows you like everything about Pirate Ship. This was just like a little quick how-to on Pirate Ship, but the video in the corner definitely will help you out. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.